I mean, the Creator Summit was obviously a whole experience, and I was there for a few days, and I talked to a lot of people, and like, I have all my little notes, but at the end of the day, I do still feel like YouTube is the place to be for a creator of videos online. Like, that answer is not changing. But there's a lot of interesting shifting in the landscape. Maybe we can break down a little bit.
I mean, the biggest thing, obviously, is the YouTube Partner Program with Shorts.
Sure.
I think.
Yeah,
I mean, like, that's just the thing that kind of has grasped all the headlines. It's awesome. We've talked about creator funds from TikTok and from previous YouTube stuff.
I think it lights a fire under TikTok. It has to.
I think so. That's a question I have, like, right off the bat.
Yeah.
Is when I first read this, I was really pumped for people who are able to make money, but I can't decide if I think, is this a move that will, whether it's what they want to happen or not, but the end result here, are we going to see TikTokers move to YouTube making shorts, or are we just seeing now a better platform for already, I don't even want to say established YouTubers, but people who focus on YouTube, getting a better tool that they'll utilize way more now?
So it's definitely both. Okay. And I think it was funny in that room, like, I've been to all the creator summits, and look, I watch a lot of YouTube. So typically when I get to the creator summit, I'm surrounded by faces I've seen online for a long time. This is the first creator summit where I was like, I don't recognize most of you. A lot of people, a lot of older, I mean, still a lot of the people who I've recognized were there, but then there was a bunch of new faces, and talking to a lot of them, there were shorts creators. There were people who had come to YouTube, whether it was from TikTok or they just arrived on YouTube and they just made shorts. I talked to a channel called Dental Digest. Have you heard of Dental Digest?
I've heard you talk about them before.
He just pulled up his channel and was showing me some of the stuff he was doing. He had a bunch of toothbrush shorts. 200, 150 million views per short, just talking about toothbrushes. That's what was happening around me at the Creator Summit.
Wow.
So to answer your question, yes, this is aimed at TikTokers who will see the opportunity to make money doing what they're already doing and start putting stuff on YouTube. That's for sure an intended consequence of what they're doing. But I think it's also just as likely that you're going to see all of the algorithmic push and all of the focus on shorts start to make other long-form creators try shorts. That's exactly what I'm starting to do. So I think both are going to be happening.
Yeah, I see it as clearly a goal to grab people from TikTok.
Yeah.
I wonder if the audience is quite there yet to be, like, if you're coming from TikTok having, say you're one of the D'Amelio sisters and you're getting what, 10 or 20 million views for like any TikTok that you post, and you just have a wild audience. Like, there are just so many more people on TikTok for that content right now, where YouTube is always like jack of all trades and insanely good at all of it, and TikTok is so specifically focused on short form content there.
It's true.
Is that audience quite there yet? Is it worth, I think most people will say yes, is it worth getting paid that extra money on there when maybe you're not getting the same viewership you are as TikTok? How people will try to utilize both platforms, cross-posting, or if that's allowed, it'll be interesting.
That's a lot to unpack there. So one, the D'Amelio sisters do have a YouTube channel. They've been posting long-form stuff to very mixed success, and I think this new ad revenue sharing program, which is rolling out soon, will encourage them to do more short-form stuff that they're used to. Two, is the audience there? Yes. YouTube shared some numbers with us, and I'm not going to remember the exact numbers, but it was some absurd billions and billions of total shorts views already that they've started serving. And they can choose to flip switches to just show more people more shorts. So I think that won't be a problem as far as, like, should we make shorts? Are there enough eyeballs there? I think so.
Okay.
And then what was the last part? You said... cross-posting. That's a little more complicated. I think basically none of the platforms like cross-posting. So if you are Instagram, you are less likely to want people to see shorts with a TikTok logo in it. And I think they've already admitted that they're less likely to push a video that has that branding in it. But also, when you make a video with TikTok's tools, you get that watermark no matter what. So if you make that video with Instagram's tools, I believe you also get a Reels watermark. And I think YouTube's the only one that doesn't have as strong of a stance, but is very likely to adopt one.
So, but this almost, while this isn't a watermark, I could see it as a way to... So my initial theory would be YouTube wants you to get the views on your short. Therefore, cross posting this on other things is less views you'll get on the short, which is the thing that's making you money. So why would you want to also post that on TikTok rather for like discoverability and stuff like that? Because as many views as there are on shorts, I would argue there's probably still way more views on TikTok. We've kind of seen it ourselves.
Yes.
But like if you're posting the same content on both platforms, one is making you far more money than the other. So you're probably going to want the exclusivity on that one.
Yeah, or you'll at least never not put it on YouTube.
True.
I think that's the goal. It's like, I was going to make the TikTok anyway. I might as well put it on YouTube because it might get some clicks. It might make some money. Why would I not want to invest a little bit of time there and potentially have that reward? But yeah, it's also just like, yes, all of TikTok is bigger than YouTube Shorts, but all of YouTube is still bigger than all of TikTok. And I think as Shorts grows, the real question is that going to eat into long form, or is that an entirely separate pie? And I think most people are realizing now it's a separate pie. You don't take views away from your long form videos if you do Shorts, which is nice to see. I don't know that there's people who watch. It's kind of weird. I get sucked into the carousels of all of the apps now. Like Reels I've scrolled through, and then YouTube Shorts, and then TikTok. It's absurd how many videos you'll see doing just that scrolling. But yeah, I think it's two different pies.
You bring up an interesting conversation of how it doesn't really eat into long form, because I was just talking with Adam and Ellis about this previously. We've talked about doing Shorts on all of our different platforms. And I was kind of thinking of it as like MKBHD, 10 to 20 minute videos is our bread and butter.
Yep.
We then created the podcast for a more niche part of that audience that we already have and made it longer because we wanted to talk about things in longer form and get more nitty gritty. Now we're going to create Shorts, which is almost the opposite. We're going to condense the video form and expand the audience that we're trying to reach by talking about potentially more broad and general things in a much, much shorter time, which is a whole nother beast to slay. It's very hard to brainstorm for that.
It is very hard. I think it's also, it's so young that there isn't really like a formula yet. Like, I think we know what like a basic short looks like, which is either like someone lip syncing to an audio trend or someone dancing. There's like, or like a joke. There's like 4 or 5 general shorts. But what does a tech short look like? I don't think that's a really well-defined thing yet. So I think that opportunity to like carve out a new vision of what you want that to be still exists, which is really interesting to me. I've tried some things. We've tried like a little bit. An unboxing makes sense. That's a short thing. But it could be explainers in shorts. It could be some more well-produced animated looks in shorts. Like there's a bunch of stuff we could try. And it'll just be a new audience that finds it. And the potential really is for people who find the tech short to then go on and find the long form videos too. That's the bet that we're hoping pays off.
I really like the idea of being able to update videos throughout the year, sort of through a short. Like if we do an iPhone review in September.
Oh, interesting.
In September, and then in June a big update comes out, or people are wondering if they should get that phone or whatever. Like you can do a 1 minute update without having to do like a whole 6 months later
software
video.
Update 6 months later, 1 year later. And yeah, that could be a thing. That's interesting. I do like, it's always funny like thinking about tech being such a subset. Like we talk to people like Jimmy, Mr. Beast, and like there's all these theories on like the algorithm and retention and things to maximize viewership. And if you follow this formula, the ceiling is 300 million views on a video. I've never seen a tech short, or any tech video for that matter, ever get past about 80 million views. So it's just like a smaller ceiling. So do you optimize for the tech ceiling or the general ceiling? Like, do you want this to be shared among tech people a lot or among everybody? So maybe it's less of a tech video. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a question I think we'll be trying to figure out for the next 4 to 6 months. Yeah,
exactly.
And I'm excited to try. I'm excited to see what sticks. And I mean, what happens really? What people like and what people don't like, and how it can pretty much just add on to the channel and provide more stuff.
That's the way I want to think about it. Adding on.
Like button, like button, like button to leave a lot of comments.
Truck TikTok. Watching that clip.
Like it.
Rock TikTok.
Everyone should be pressing the like button on this video.
Subscribe. September.
Like it.
You just want to click. You just want to click. Subscribe. Hit the red button.
You know what? Click it.
Comment that you are typing right now.
Click subscribe.